Hey everyone, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Origins. Today we are starting a playlist for the new Discovery Tour mode of the game. Now what this mode is a purely educational experience. There's a bunch of tours that have been set up around the game world, and you can go on these tours to learn all sorts of information about ancient Egypt. And I suppose it's worth noting that none of the game lore is present in this mode, so all of the information that is given is factual. There's no hocus pocus going on. So if you like ancient Egypt and history, or maybe you just find this mode to be an interesting addition to the game, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to do our first tour, which is called Alexandria, Planning of the City. So let's go over to Discovery Tour. And it says, explore this virtual museum mode with guided tours and historical locations, set in a combat and quest-free environment. With content curated by Egyptologists and hundreds of images sourced from museums and libraries around the world, we hope to share with you the passion that inhabited us for the 4 years it took to develop Assassin's Creed Origins.
Welcome to Discovery Tour by Assassin's Creed, Ancient Egypt.
Guided tours will take you through majestic landmarks and acquaint you with the ancient Egyptians and their culture. Enjoy the vast panoramas of this beautiful country through the eyes of your eagle, or use an avatar to climb to the very top of the Great Pyramid. Navigate a boat along the banks of the River Nile, or ride a horse across deserts and lush, fertile lands. And when a view truly captures your fascination, take a picture using the photo mode and share it with your friends. We hope you enjoyed this experience. Well, that's weird. The community challenge popped up in this mode. Just ignore that. Anyways, this character is Aya, if you're unfamiliar with the game. And it wants us to use the left stick to move the character to the start of the tour, which is right in front of me. Alexandria, Planning of the City. The number of stations is 8, which is just the nodes of information. Region is Alexandria. Learn about the design and layout of the city of Alexandria, and the estimated time is 6 minutes. Let's go ahead and start the tour.
Welcome to Alexandria, Planning of the City.
Okay, follow the trail to the next station.
Alexander's plan to build his great city began with a verse from Homer's Odyssey. There is, in front of Egypt, in the sea with many swells, an island called Pharos. Guided by these clues, Alexander the Great founded his future city at the western end of the Nile Delta.
Okay, now at each station you can get more info by pressing X, which really just makes the picture in the bottom left full screen. You can hide the text by pressing X, and at the top it tells you where they got the image from.
Though Alexander considered this location ideal for his great city, it presented considerable challenges. Too difficult to access during storms, the surrounding swamps threatened disease, and the limestone soil prevented the growth of healthy crops. However, due to the influence of his mentor Aristotle, Alexander the Great recognized that the true value was its strategic emplacement. Alexander knew that in controlling Pelusium to the east, Memphis to the south, and his crowning glory Alexandria to the west, he would create a triangular stronghold, allowing him to control the entire delta while giving him access to the Mediterranean. The Great Walls of Alexandria had a humble beginning. Lacking chalk to outline the future city's foundations, architects were forced to use flour instead. Clouds of migrating birds swept down and ate the flour, erasing the plans. This prompted Alexander to seek guidance from the oracles, who reassured him that his future city was destined to feed a large population. Excavations led by Mahmud Bey el-Falaki in the 19th century revealed that the wall enclosure measured approximately 5.2 kilometers in length and 2.2 kilometers in width. It was roughly 9 meters in height. These formidable ancient walls would resist a number of attacks, including fending off the king of Syria in 169 BCE. It wasn't until 295 CE that they eventually fell to Roman Emperor Diocletian, and this only after 8 months of relentless assault.
Alright, so you can call your mount by pressing or holding down on the D-pad. But these stations aren't too far apart, so I'm just going to run it.
Alexandria's principal architect, Dinocrates, chose a Hippodamian grid plan. The grid maximized functionality, with wide, straight roads and canals running beneath them. Alexander recognized the military value of the city's design. The wide, parallel streets gave him optimal surveillance of the city, while allowing the unobstructed flow of troops. A central corridor ran from the Mediterranean's north port down to Lake Mareotis to the south. This thoroughfare acted as an unobstructed link for commercial trade and travel between the two ports. Many of the streets were bordered with grand buildings and parks, including Canopic Street, with its impressive gate bordering the eastern end. Alexandria was most likely built upon an already existing Egyptian village. Upon its completion, the Egyptians reviled the city, refusing to call it by its founder's name. Instead, they called it Raked, the building, as a mark of disdain, which was later Hellenized into Rakotis. Despite this, the name Alexandria would remain.
And we completed our first tour, and we got the trophy First Visit. Welcome to Discovery Tour by Assassin's Creed. You can now explore ancient Egypt at your own pace or select the options button to choose a new tour by opening the pause menu. So let's go ahead and open that up. So you can see there are 5 categories: Egypt, pyramids, Alexandria, daily life, and Romans, and all of the tours listed here. I'll show you it really quick. If you guys see anything you'd really like me to do next, just go ahead and leave me a comment. If one of the comments gets a bunch of likes, I'll do that one next. So, let me know what you want to see, and if someone already lists something you want to see, make sure to like it so it gets my attention. Let me just show you every category here. Or not every category, but every tour in every category. And I believe there's 75 in total. It's a little late right now, so I don't trust my math skills, but I believe it's 75. All right, so there we go. That's under the tours category. There's the map, the normal map, although you can see all the tour icons on the map spread out all over the place. Under characters, you can switch which character you're playing as. Right now, we're Aya of Alexandria, but there's all sorts of different characters you can choose to walk around as, including just generic Greek man, just generic characters in there. Passport shows you your progress on all of the tours at a glance. Timeline is just for information. You can see the game took place in this period right here, the Ptolemaic era. Ancient Egypt's history goes way back to the Old Kingdom, 2686 BCE. And then controls. All right. So this is a really interesting addition to the game. I love it when developers try new things, and this is awesome. Learn actual history of ancient Egypt in this beautiful game world. I dig it. So we're definitely going to be doing all of these tours. We're going to be completing everything. Plus there's trophies, and you know, I got to get my trophies. So we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.